Hi everyone, today I'm going to be doing quite a few videos on Super Tuesday. So I'm going to do a Super Tuesday breakdown video, which will probably be included in this one, and the winners and losers of Super Tuesday, and then I'll also go back and take a look at my predictions. So there's a lot to get done in terms of videos today. In terms of upcoming videos, I'm going to try and have one about a contested convention, maybe taking a look at the national polls because that has shifted, and also make predictions for the March 10th states. It's worth noting that at the time of this recording, Michael Bloomberg has dropped out of the presidential race. That's not really a surprise. Elizabeth Warren is still in the presidential race, so it's just Biden, Sanders, and Warren. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top in the end, but I would expect Elizabeth Warren. Right now it's Wednesday evening, so I would expect Elizabeth Warren to probably drop out by the end of this week, but I know, it's always, a hard decision for these politicians to decide when to drop out, because, you've invested the whole year in campaigning. You want to make sure it's the right time. So Super Tuesday breakdown, what happened? Okay, winners and losers of Super Tuesday. So main winner, I see Joe Biden as the main winner of Super Tuesday. In South Carolina, he was able to get a lot of momentum from his big win in South Carolina, and that carried it forward into Super Tuesday. He was able to win, I believe, at the time of this recording, 9 states. Maybe it's 10. I think 9 states. So that's quite impressive for the former vice president, to win 9 states after coming 4th in Iowa, 5th in New Hampshire, and then a distant second in Nevada. He's been able to improve and improve and improve as we move away from the from the white states into the non-white states. He was able to cement his status as the Democratic frontrunner in this race. What I'm really interested in is at this next debate, who actually gets in. So obviously Biden and Sanders. Is Warren still in for this next debate? Elizabeth Warren. And I think most likely at this point, the next debate on March 12th, I believe, will be just head-to-head Biden and Bernie Sanders. So that's much less than the 7 people at the South Carolina debate. But anyway, big winner, Joe Biden, big winner from Super Tuesday. He was able to win many states, trounced Sanders in state after state after state in the South. He was able to win Texas, which was a big win, and also pick up a trio of what I call these trio of unexpected wins. Probably 4 unexpected wins. Texas, Minnesota, Massachusetts, and Maine. He won all 4. He was not expected to even come close in any of the 4, except for maybe Texas. And in terms of Texas, he was able to win by outperforming his polls. In Minnesota, the endorsement of Amy Klobuchar really helped. In Massachusetts, it was really expected probably Sanders would win, then Warren, then Biden, in terms of the 1, 2, 3, and also in terms who's most likely to win. But in the end, it was Biden who captured it off. And then Maine was expected to be a layup for Sanders, but it ended up being Biden for the win in Maine. So big winner and then in the South, he just had massive margins. Like Virginia, that was expected to be close. No, called right at the top of the hour. North Carolina, expected to be close. No, called right at the actually, North Carolina was called at the bottom of the hour because that's when their polls closed. But North Carolina and Virginia, those 2 states that Bernie had wanted to win, he was sort of even with Biden in the polls. He just got trounced. Loser, so big winner Joe Biden. Loser, unsurprisingly, Mayor Michael Bloomberg, I see as a loser of Super Tuesday. The only contest he was able to win is American Samoa, with the help of the endorsement of the Maine politician, governor guy there. endorsed Mayor Bloomberg, but Bloomberg did win American Samoa, and that's very interesting. But that's pretty much the only contest that he won. All the other contests, he just got pummeled. I mean, he was sort of expected to win, 2 or 3 states, but no, that has not been the case. And that just really shows to go, he just wasted all that money on nothing. Now he's dropped out. And so that's going to be interesting at this next debate. But Mayor Bloomberg, big loser of Super Tuesday. A winner of Super Tuesday, the moderate endorsers of Joe Biden. This is a big winner of Super Tuesday. This trio of former Biden rivals in the 2020 race all endorsed right before Super Tuesday, and that gave Biden the jolt of momentum that he really needed to catapult him into the win. So Buttigieg and Klobuchar and O'Rourke all endorses Biden. They are all going to be going down as winners in the endorsement race, because if Biden is able to get into the White House, they will be first priority for different positions in the Biden administration, because they endorsed, when it wasn't easy. Whereas, if let's say a Kamala Harris, another a random moderate endorser comes forward now after Biden has the momentum after Super Tuesday, it doesn't look as good. If you endorse when it's hard, and that person ends up winning, you gain a lifelong ally. Whereas if you just endorse when it's easy, it's not as strong. Like AOC endorsing Bernie when it was hard, when he was, just had the heart attack and his campaign was, in shambles. AOC endorsing when it was hard, that's a lifelong ally for both of them, AOC and Bernie. Whereas if AOC had just endorsed, let's say, Warren in October when it was easy to endorse, then, well, firstly, now Warren's not going to get up, so you've pissed off Warren, and you've also pissed off Sanders, because Sanders, you endorsed Warren when it was easy, and that does not show much political, political sort of, I think you guys know what I mean. But winner, moderate endorsers of Joe Biden. Klobuchar put Biden over the top in her home state. Beto O'Rourke put Biden over the top in his home state. And Buttigieg, Indiana was not on the ballot, but he was able to just get that jolt of momentum. And all three of their supporters are now going to go to Joe Biden. A loser of Super Tuesday, and I know some in my audience won't like to hear this, but I see Bernie Sanders as a loser in Super Tuesday. If you take a look at his expected performance and his actual performance, it's clear that he underperformed. He was only able to win 4 or 5 states. Definitely won California, Utah, Colorado, and Vermont, and I think there might be one more there that I'm forgetting right now, but definitely a loser. I mean, going in, it was expected, worse, medium case, Bernie would win 9 out of the 14 states, 8 out of the 14 states. He won 4 out of the 14 states, which is not good at all. Now, if you just look at state victories, it seems like it's a total disaster for Bernie, but it really isn't, because the delegate count is what actually matters, and in the delegate count, Bernie is still sort of holding his own against Biden. When we finish Super Tuesday, he might be 20, 30, 40 delegates behind. Yes, that is net delegates to make up, but it's not that much. And so I wouldn't count out Senator Sanders. He had a big win in California, but definitely on the losing spectrum here in Super Tuesday. A winner of Super Tuesday would be South Carolina momentum. South Carolina really gave the momentum candidates needed in a way that Nevada, Iowa, and New Hampshire, in my opinion, did not give lasting momentums to Senator Sanders, who won those contests. and Mayor Buttigieg, who won Iowa, did not get the boost in momentum, but South Carolina really did give the boost of momentum. And it was very interesting to see Biden's firewall strategy hold. So winner, South Carolina momentum. Loser of Super Tuesday, definitely Warren is one of the losers, Senator Elizabeth Warren. First, you can't deny the fact that she came third in your home state. Your home state, these are the voters who know you best. After Rubio came second or third in Florida, his home state, he dropped out immediately because he said, my own voters, they don't like me. I can't continue this race. I think Warren may do the same thing relatively soon. I think in the next 96 hours or so, Warren will drop out, probably at the end of the week. But Elizabeth Warren, definitely a loser. She could not win a single contest. I think she came second in one or two, but that's really very poor for Senator Warren. Very poor performance by Elizabeth Warren, and she's going to need to have some hard conversations right now with her staff and her close family. But loser, definitely Elizabeth Warren. Winner of Super Tuesday, a contested convention, I think was a winner. It's going to get more likely now. Biden and I'm sorry, that's meant to say a loser. Sorry, Biden and Sanders, now that it's coming down to a two-person race, definitely contested convention would be a loser. Assuming Warren drops out, then it's just two people, and it's going to be much harder for there to be a contested convention. So that should say a loser would be a contested convention. And that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching this Winners and Losers. I think I'm going to do a breakdown of Super Tuesday along with summarizing my own predictions, where I went wrong, etc. So probably 3 videos about Super Tuesday out, then we'll focus on the next the upcoming states. But a big day for Joe Biden, big losses for Bloomberg and Warren, and to a lesser extent Bernie Sanders. So, and then there's a variety of other winners, moderate endorsers of Biden, South Carolina momentum, and then a loser would be a contested convention. But so those are all of my predictions, which I'm just going to skip through. And then there you go, there's the map of Super Tuesday, where you've got Biden winning unexpectedly Minnesota, Maine, and Massachusetts and Texas. He was expected to win all of these states, but he won big. And then Bernie, Colorado, that was expected. Utah was expected, and that's also, California has already been called, but CNN just hasn't updated the graphic there for California. But that's it for today's video, and then you can see Bloomberg winning American Samoa down there. But that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Thank you. Good night.